faces, but let's start from the beginning. Pretend the music is in your head. We have the director of the Cuphead show, making his way at a svelte 195 and 6'9", Adam Paloian. Next up, for all of your musically inclined ears, the spectacular music man himself, Plum. Next, a legend in his mind and in our hearts, the man, the myth, the legend, the head writer of the Cuphead show, Deke. When we think of animation and we think of the name Hanna, we think a lot of things, but you're thinking the wrong Hanna. I'm thinking about the right Hanna, Elder Kettle himself. Come on up! From one born and raised New Yorker to another, Queens bred, you think too good. Oh, I was going to quote a line that I loved and it did not work, but in the words of a Tribe Called Quest, Five Talk, rest in peace. I rep Queens to the fully, you think I own the Mets. Frank Todaro. Ooh, that's good. That's real good, Frank. Thank you. And finally, my favorite, your favorite, our favorite, your mom's favorite. Not a rookie anymore, a full-fledged cup himself. It's Mr. True Valentino.
Are you looking for fun?
How's everyone doing today up here? This is why we can't take those guys anywhere. Look at this. Look at this. I thought we solved the identity crisis, Frank. Exactly. All right, so I want to ask real fast before we jump into the festivities here. Who was here for our first Cuphead show? Also, thank you so much for coming back. We are so glad to have you guys here. We had an amazing time. We are glad to add more friends to this. This is going to be a lot of fun. You guys remember how we did it last time? A couple of questions, but we mostly played it fast and loose. I think that's kind of what you guys are here for. So before we get into the craziness, Adam, can you introduce yourself?
I'm Adam Paloian. I was a supervising director on the Cuphead show. I also grew up loving the 1930s, and I stink at Cuphead. I never finished beating the game, but I watched a lot of playthroughs.
I'm terrible at myself, so that makes me feel a little bit better. My nephew gets mad at me because he's the reason, I'm the reason when he loses.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's pretty great.
I'm sure a lot of you guys are.
How many of you guys like the game? Be honest, how many of you are good at it? I love this level of honesty. This is what kind of relationship we have. Ego, for anybody who wasn't here last time, introduce yourself, tell us what you do, and give us a fun fact.
Hey everybody, I'm Plum. I'm the decomposer of the Cuphead show. And just very happy to be here and see all these amazing faces. Thank you all for being here, really, this is amazing.
I'm Deeki, the head writer of the Cuphead show and the author of the art of the Cuphead show, available in fine and less fine booksellers everywhere.
The less fine ones are a lot of fun.
Yeah, most importantly, the voice of Bernie Beard's sword.
Yes.
I'm Hanna. I'm the oldest one on this damn pen. I'm Elder Kettle.
I should applaud myself.
I'm Frank Todaro. Who knows?
Milkman from my
And we got one more down there.
True Valentino, and I vote Cuphead on the Cuphead show. And also the devil, I'm getting out of the devil.
Where are you, Luke? Where are you?
All right, well, thanks for having us, guys. Thanks for being here. Let's kind of dive into it a little bit. Last time we were all together, we kind of talked about the making of the show and all that. We kind of went into, kind of the insanity that you guys had here. I want to talk a little bit about what you never got to do on the show. So, Adam, let's start with you.
Well, we had some episodes that we wanted to finish producing. There was a bunch that we had to cut just due to the fact that we made so many. But if you guys eat Cuphead, there was one of my favorites were Evil and Vile. You guys ever? This is the Evil and Vile version of Cuphead and Mugman, but they're like little dastardly versions. That was my favorite episode. We had the devil as he makes clones of them, and they turn out to be like a little drop of his hair, an evil version, and they go destruction on the town and sort of frame the two main characters. That was one of my favorites. There's so many though that were like from the game that we wanted to do, like Cagney, the flower character, or Genie. Those are some of my favorites. And actually, some of our board team is in this crowd that did the storyboarding and directing. Yeah, there's a lot that Deke wrote. We wanted to keep making.
Yeah.
Still a lot more ideas for Cuphead.
What was that? Oh, I heard that. I just wanted to hear it again. Ego, what about you? I know for the composing, it's certainly a little bit more nebulous than, we didn't get to write this thing, but were there things that you wanted to do musically that you feel like you never got to?
Yeah, it was interesting because when I first got hired on the show, there was all this discussion about, getting a nice big band orchestra to record. I had done that previously at Nickelodeon on a little show called Harmony Beaks where we got to record with an orchestra. That was amazing. It was going to be my second time doing that. And right when we were about to start, this pandemic thing started, and all that went out the window, but we just couldn't have musicians all in a room together. Like Netflix said, we cannot have, a guy in a trombone and the spit belt and spit flying everywhere. It was just like, we just couldn't have 2 or 3 people recording together. So we did, remote recording with individual musicians, and I had to sort of fake it, with a little Hollywood trickery to make it sound like it was all these guys in a room together. But it was all sort of done, a bit piecemeal. But in the end, I was so happy with the result. I'm very proud of the music and the songs that we did. But yeah, my dream was to actually have a room full of these guys playing these songs together. Some of the videos you see that we put up online of the musicians, this whole little boxes because it was like a little Zoom meeting of recording. So that was it, but not complaining. We did what we could, and really proud of everything.
Before we move on to you, Deke, there's something I keep visualizing with you having a full orchestra. How many of you guys, I'm going to age myself here, have seen the movie The Blues Brothers? Yes. Awesome. Do you remember the scene when... That was for you, Frank. Do you remember the scene where they have Cat Calloway there, and now everything is like in his mind, it's a white tux, and everybody is all dressed up, and it's all 1930s Art Deco? That's the only way I can see you composing this if you have a full orchestra. And I mean in the tux, man.
I gotta do with tails and everything.
1000%.
All right.
I kind of want to see this happen now.
Right.
Are you going to draw the mustache on?
You gotta draw them.
Draw it or grow it or a combination of both.
Okay,
I can see it coming.
Thank you.
it's nice that you get to be surrounded by artists and animators that maybe they can help you with the mustache a little. Deke, what about you, man?
My favorite one that was storyboarded by a couple of people here, and is in the book, is Jimmy the Genie, who I thought was a fantastic character because he sold his soul to the devil in our version. But another episode that no one ever heard of is also by Megan, who pitched this great idea with Peppy, who's a character for the game, he's a clown. And Peppy wants to cheer up Elder Kettle on his birthday because Elder Kettle is sad he's getting older. And he can't, so no matter what he does, he can't make Elder Kettle laugh. So I love that episode so much because it was a minor character in the game that Megan just made a whole story out of, which I love.
I love clowns.
My boy! My boy!
They all do me. They all do me. Everyone. Great Delisle does me too, but that's in a different way.
No!
I'm kidding.
children.
I have never actually met her, and I...
Sounds like it's going to stay that way.
Am I up now?
You're up now.
They could have
First off, I have to say, I have loved everything they've given me. I get the button on a lot of episodes. They turn into candy and I eat them. They turn into zombies and I kill them. I can't go wrong. But the one episode that I would have loved to have seen and done, and I know it wasn't part of it, is to follow up on the decorated war hero. Just something like a flashback when he's in the trenches back in WW1. You know, fighting the Kaiser. We talked about that, and one of the fans, I mentioned, they said, what? I said, it was World War I, against the Kaiser. And the fan drew a picture of Elder Kettle fighting a Kaiser roll. Slicing the roll.
Take that! Where's my bologna?
Anyway, that's the only thing I would love is a flashback in Andy's military career. That's all.
Frank, how do you top that, man?
Draw it up! Somebody draw it up!
Just roll up to the pitch. Cuphead Mugman returned to Baroness von Bonbon's lair. It's a procedural cop comedy called The Cookie.
Wait, can I just do something real quick? Frank.
Pretty good.
The Cookie!
I gotta do something real quick. What's that?
We got a body over here and a head over there. I think it might be foul play.
You gotta remember, Frank and I are at a certain kind of old here, so not truly, but enough. Drew, what about you, man? What's something that you didn't get to do that you wish you did?
Sorry. The question one more time?
What's something that you wish you had gotten to do on the show that you never got to do?
I wish Cuphead would have got to shoot things out of his finger more.
Oh,
More finger shooting would have been cool. Like, just have a full-on, spirit gun moment. It was right. Yeah.
Like a giant reach.
Yeah. Slow motion, Matrix moment.
that sounds great.
It's happening somewhere.
Is that your line? When you guys said that about the finger bullets, it was a line in that show.
Oh, it's
Like
going
what
on
show?
somewhere.
Something like that.
What are we doing here?
Hey, true Frank, I wish we could have gotten you guys to sing a full song. That would have been amazing.
Yes, I would have loved to.
Love that.
Even when we went in for that, we did like a couple of lines and stuff.
Yeah.
That was fun.
And then we went back for the album. That was it was like being in a wizard's castle, going to your place, recording those extra bits. It was so cool.
Every instrument known to man.
Amazing.
Literally
on top of a mountain.
Your iconic, innovative screams on every episode. It was like something I've never heard a yell like that. It was beautiful. You lock into a new sound.
They came from deep below me. I mean, there's a story behind the one that Dave knows, and we talked about that last night, where I had to, I was giving him every scream in the world, and he said, that's fine. I said, no, you want a blood curdler. He goes, no. I said, well, first I gotta have a drink. He says, I'll get you some water. I said, no, bourbon. No, so I did the water, and I just took a breath, and this is after we'd done about 6 of them, and I just did it. And he was, we're good. That's it, we're done. So it worked, and I wasn't able to talk the next day, but that's okay. we do things for our art. Sorry.
This question is going to be for all of you guys here. Everyone's going to kind of have a little something different. Because this one's kind of a little bit more of a technical question, I guess, but everyone has their own element to it. Ego, definitely you're going to have a lot for this. What was it like matching the tone of 1930s style, kind of Rubber Hose Fleischer cartoons, while still keeping things wholly modern for an audience who doesn't have an attachment to that style of cartoon?
Starts me?
For all of you guys, and whoever wants to...
You should start, Deke, because all that stuff that we had to translate, at the beginning it started with you.
Oh, well, no. I mean, honestly, for me, the thing was I love visual gags. Like, and what I was surprised at is sometimes there would be a crazy visual gag that Dave would make the decision to not do, because sometimes when you have something that's that expressive and explosive, it kind of takes away from character. So I think the thing I brought to the show was bringing some Seinfeld kind of dynamics to the characters. I love banter and I love making something massive out of something minor. So that was my entry point to bringing the modern world. But in terms of visuals, that was Adam and his team, and of course Ego. Music, that was the chorus of what you guys did.
You guys want to piggyback off of that?
Yeah, there was a lot of trying to figure out the characters, and I think the movement from the 30s, if we were trying to decide, what stuff you have to tell like many stories, and it's different than the way that the stuff from the Silly Symphonies and Merry Melodies were set up. Those were like really one-off. It didn't have like an overarching story as well. We were trying to build the characters, so I think we had out of necessity for the story to give the characters more stakes. So like some of the weird, surreal stuff from the 30s, we had to be selective of how to use that, because stakes can go away if all of a sudden the door decides to come alive and just let you out. And you're like, okay, well, nothing matters if that could do that. But we found places for that, like in the pilot, he's playing skee ball, Cuphead's playing skee ball, and the ball falls into the hole, and then it says loser. That's you, yeah. So the finding the place for what was appropriate, and then also the style of animation is just like, there's so many places to find fun spots for that. I think the design work was also a challenge. Like on some episodes, I think the hardest one I had, I was telling you, was there's these ghost old Victorian women. Two showrunners, Dave and Cosmo, had a different idea of what they wanted. It was like old Victorian ghost woman, and then the other, Cosmo wanted a vulture that was scary, but still 1930s. So the list was scary, old Victorian woman, ghost, vulture, 1930s style scary, and you're like, what is that? And I tried to crack that for weeks. We kept going back to the old cartoons, and eventually it was like in a Hansel and Gretel cartoon, it was some witch. And then there was a Cobweb Hotel, which is a classic Fleischer. You should find it online if you can see clips of it. It's about like the spider character, Malevolent. And he has like a beak for a nose. Nothing makes sense. So I was like, okay, if you can take the rule breaking of this and the witch figure of that, just put a beak on her face and an old lady jaw, and then like the hunch of the old Victorian woman with big shoulder pads to be like a vulture. It's like, oh, all that makes sense now. So sometimes you're just lucky and you find little bits of puzzle pieces in the 1930s.
And the skeleton dance was from something.
Yes, you referenced
Swinging Sinners as well.
Yeah.
Did everybody know that Cuphead and Mugman are actually black? Don't let the porcelain faces fool you, and don't let those white
Frank, I knew
take
it.
those white gloves off the black hands.
How do it?
My boys,
That's why we're brothers, not brothers.
Can I actually interject about what you were just saying? The points in the series where you cut away, where the door becomes alive and stuff, there's this like sixth sense that you guys had about it being like this Catskills punchline to a joke. It made sense within the context. Like the sword. Like the sword comes alive. It's not alive after that. It's for that bit and goes away, and it makes sense. I don't know what this magic formula is that you have all devised that we have the honor of screaming in a box.
It's what's so bizarre is like stuff like sometimes we had to fight for those.
Yeah.
And Dave really loves the 30s. He didn't want that to distract. So I remember one where Cuphead and Mugman are in the cookie factory and the silent alarm gets tripped and it goes shh.
I did the shh.
It's those gags are yes ending the scene, and it's Shakespeare. I love it.
What about you, Ego, in terms of this question here? Because I feel like yours is really kind of trying to find a way to match one-to-one without just repeating.
Man, I mean, that was so daunting. It was such a massive challenge to be hired as the composer on this project. There's three different things I had to contend with here. Number one, the game, the score that Chris Madigan did is just phenomenal. it's like Grammy Award winning and beloved by everybody. So there's the pressure of that, right? Then there's the pressure of, trying to match this time period, the music of that 1930s, the inspiration of like Cab Calloway. For me, it was stuff like Raymond Scott as well that I love very much. And then the third thing is sort of, what is my voice in the middle of all this too? How do we honor that period of music? How do we honor the game and the great score that Chris did for that? And then how do I interject myself into that somehow? So, I mean, I don't know how we did it, but we kind of just pulled it off. I mean, I can't really explain technically how or why it worked, but it's just like, you just have a gut feeling as you're writing, as you're working, and I just trust my instincts generally. And, thankfully, I think we did a pretty decent job. Thank you.
I mean, it's extremely complimentary. One of the things that you do so well with the music is find a way to make it its own thing, but still have it be completely and totally listenable without everything that goes with it. And that reminds me a lot of Mark Mothersbaugh from Devo and all of the work that he's done as a composer outside of Devo. And I feel like, for me, that's kind of a shoulder-to-shoulder thing there. It's always really cool to see what you do with that.
Oh, thanks. The last time I saw Mark Mothersbaugh in the studio, I actually gave him a copy of the Cuphead record.
Oh, yeah?
He was excited to, listen to it, so I'm curious what he thought.
Yeah, oh, that's awesome, man. That's way cool. I don't know, do you guys have any thoughts on this over there? I know you guys kind of read the lines here, but you guys are bringing a lot to it as well, as far as matching that 1930s style while still having it be wholly your own.
It was like time travel when I got to go back in time. I think I said something like this in last year's panel, where we got to go back in time and originate a character from the cartoons that we watched as a kid. Like, we watched all those Fleischer cartoons and the Disney cartoons and the early Looney Tunes and Merry Melodies and all that. So the DNA is everywhere. The DNA is in Elder Kettle and Cuphead and Mugman and every other character. And a little bit afterwards, like I remember there's this one moment in the first episode, the Carnival joke. And there's this thing that Mel Blanc used to do, where when he screams, it doesn't matter what character he's doing, it just sounds like Mel Blanc's low pitch, kind of like, yeah. So, not to blow out the mic, but he's like,
Come on, evil. Evil?
and they're a little like, it's like a reference, but it's not really a reference. It's something new. Finding that balance. It was on the page. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun to do.
It's like certain words like consarnage. I found myself saying it the other day when I was mad in traffic. Consarnage. It works. But no, it is really cool. That's one of my favorite things to say. And it is in the show. That's about it. The rest is all what the face is. It's true.
You look like you're about to say something on one of that's right now, true. Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember what the question was, but I just know. I just remember that Cuphead says banana oil a lot, and that's very old, so.
All right, so we're gonna make a little pivot here, and I think this is gonna be fun for our audience. You guys have heard from everybody on stage, and I think that that's been a lot of fun and informative, but how many of you want to hear questions answered by Cuphead, Mugman, and Elder Kettle?
Us? You want to hear from us?
Well,
What?
the first question that I have prepared for Cuphead has gone completely out the window, because the question I have to ask you now is, what is it like looking at your doppelganger down there?
It's really, really weird. He's kind of handsome, but I think when I look at myself, I see just a much bigger, stronger, more muscles. He's got pretty good muscles. Does he plug his straw on the other side? That's correct. Yeah. Oh, yeah. What was that? Oh, no. Oh, okay.
I don't know what just happened there, but that was kind of awesome nonetheless. Thanks a lot, Cuphead.
I don't know how to move forward from this. What kind of sword?
Muggsy,
Yes.
what's it like being the responsible one?
It is a constant uphill battle, let me tell you. I'm the only one that has to concern themselves about our safety. And you always like to try to have fun while you're also trying to concern yourself about your mutual safety.
I need you to know, if there were subtitles right now, it would say eye twitches in Spanish. Lo siento. Lo siento.
No problem.
El Ghetto. Yes, sir. In your words, how many times have you had to bail these boys out? And are you keeping count of how many times?
I got up to 2,365 times, but probably more. You know, they're kids. They just do what they do. You know, I can't keep a rein over them. I can beat them, but that doesn't really
Kettle lets us drink sometimes.
I was wondering what happened to my bourbon.
Kelly's brings so much.
And you wonder why I never give you my cookies. I used to sneak them anyway, you know. There's nothing I can do, you know. I made another batch and I must have got drunk and ate them all, but no! They did.
They also come from Flabberlo.
Yeah.
That's where he keeps them.
That's true.
This is an actual question for Cuphead. What is the second worst bet you've ever made?
Oh, brother. Second worst bet I ever made. In 2011, I bet on the Broncos to win the Super Bowl. And they lost. They were actual Broncos. There's a whole lot of horses, and I was like, go! And you know the sport of football, so.
Is that what they call betting on the ponies? Is that what that was? Alright, before we start taking a little bit of Q&A from the audience, if anybody has any questions, start lining up over there. With the switches, my goodness, I love it. Before we get to Q&A, do our delightful stars of the show, Mugman, Cuphead, Elder Kevin. Life advice from each of you for everybody out in the audience.
What? I'm sorry.
Do you have life advice, Elder Kettle, for everybody out here in the audience?
Well, always listen to your elders. That's number one. Number two, take more advice from your elders. And three, don't steal cookies.
Mugman.
Don't worry if you've got a chip to handle. Because you'll always have a brother or someone who loves you to help glue you back together. With glue! With glue! It's one of my favorite lines. My life advice for you would be, always make sure you believe in yourself, and when people tell you you can't do something, don't listen to them. And also, if you're not so sure about something, do what I do. Double down!
Words of advice I wish I got when I was 10, so for all of you at that age, listen to everything we just said. Disclaimer, don't listen to anything I just said. All right, let's start with our first question right up there. Come on up. Oh, and can you introduce yourself? Okay, microphone's not working. Get a little...
That mic.
The wonders of tomorrow today.
Did it work?
I hope you have my mic. Is there someone here named Mike that can help with that?
I gotta get the mics working for the questions. Come.
This is going to be where my wife says, hey, did you turn it off and on? I usually forget to do that.
You want to use mine?
Yeah.
Oh.
We got someone coming.
Huzzah.
Appreciate you.
The real superstars, you guys get on stage.
He's a hero.
All right, introduce yourself and ask your question.
Hi, my name is Mateo. I'm a big fan of Cuphead. 300% of the game multiple times. But my question is, now that Cuphead 2 got announced, do you think you're going to do anything more for the show?
That's where you guys cheer with that question. Yeah.
We'd love to, right? Yeah, maybe find, I don't know, maybe there's some sort of way we can do it with the MDHR guys, I don't know. That's definitely something I'd love to do. Yeah. These guys probably.
Hey, you know what? Can we just get everybody to cheer one more time again?
Yeah.
I think we can do that chant we did last year at the end of this panel.
Thanks for asking your question. Come on up.
Hi, my name is Thompson, and I was wondering if there would be a Cuphead movie.
Whoa!
I can tell you that back when the first 3 seasons wrapped, out of just because we loved it, Dave and I would get lunch and say, what would a movie be? What would it be if we did a Cuphead movie? And we couldn't stop thinking about it and kind of wrote it. So but it was fun to work on, and since I did it for nothing, I can tell you what it was about. There was the devil had a lottery, and he had a lottery and everybody in town played, and all of their souls got lost, with the exception of Cuphead and Mugman. So they had to save literally everybody in the Equal Isles. That was the premise. But even if that weren't the movie, I think there absolutely should be one, because these characters and this world is so expansive that, yeah, we need a series of movies.
Hello, my name is Franklin. The devil reminds me a lot of Aku from Samurai Jack. My question would be is, if the devil were just a character, so a theory, which you obviously need, what would be the best advice you think they would give him?
I think if the devil were going to get some advice, it would be to really look within. And see who do I really want to be that I'm not being yet. Because I think there's a part of the devil that maybe he keeps locked away because he wants to be seen as so powerful. So I think, honestly, that could be its own movie, The Devil in Therapy.
The Dr. Cat spin-off of
But we have to do it as Dr. Cat style meets the 1930s style. Yeah. It's got to be old, big lady.
Yeah. If I was the devil's therapist, I'd be like, devil, why are you so evil?
That's it. Makes sense.
All right, next up.
Hi, my name is Mia.
I watched the entirety of the Cuphead show, and I haven't gotten the video game yet because I'm broke. And it's like, oh my god. But my question is, since like the Cuphead show is seemingly just, I don't know, like just a bunch of shenanigans and all that stuff, I have a question just like the video game is like, oh, Cuphead and Plum will beat the devil and all that stuff. And then the DLC gives him his chalice in there, but in the show he's over there, it's like, what did you guys plan for the other series? Like a prequel or something? Or like, what happened?
Yeah, that's the idea of the prequel to the game. That was always the intention.
Oh, yeah.
We kind of, when we first started, we had like note cards in a room, and it starts with Cuphead sells his soul to the devil, and then way at the other end of season 3 was the very last episode. And so we knew we were building to that, and we kind of had a way bigger arc for this chalice that we had planned out, but because we only had a certain number of episodes to do, we kind of had to cut it short. But that's totally the idea, that it would be kind of a prequel to like the game.
I have a question for you.
There it is.
What is that in your hand?
I know you.
The true leader of the Decepticons! Maybe you're promoted.
Unlike the Cuphead show, that's bad comedy. Next question, please. Thank you very much for coming out.
Hey, so I'm Robin. I love the show. Suck at the game. But...
So do we, trust me.
So my question was, why did you decide to join the show?
Well, I was working on SpongeBob before I came on to Cuphead, and so there's a lot of 1930s influence in SpongeBob. It just kind of naturally seemed like the right segue to go over. And when the showrunners asked me to come on, I saw like their artwork, so, like the early development work, when they're trying to pitch what it would look like. I love that there was the devil. I wanted to draw the devil so badly. Just that character seems so fun. And then getting to explore something that had a lot more restraint and character animation felt like it'd be a fun challenge. And it just seemed like you get all these different worlds. It's like there's, as an artist and an animator, that's like a dream. Just an excuse to draw all different kinds of creatures and monsters and lots of all the demons in hell. That's my favorite.
And you guys have any answers for that question at all? Or?
Why we wanted to join the show? Oh, well, I mean,
Mommy?
outside of that, that wasn't even, for me, honestly, once I knew what I was auditioning for, and I found out it was Cuphead, that was one of the first things that I was like, man, I really, really, really want this. And so like, you know, I really tried to put a lot into my audition, even though I did it in my car. Like, the first audition I did on my phone in my car. And then once they brought me into the studio and I had to do the in-studio audition and I did the song, that's when I was like, I really feel like I got this. But also because it was such an iconic game, to be able to be the voice of it was just like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. So I was like, I gotta have it.
It's similar. I was following the development of the game, hand-drawn, every cell to cell. So when the auditions came in, I knew exactly what it was, and I was super excited the same way. I, however, when I went in for the singing audition, had just gotten back from like 2 days of doing like monster noises and like nonsense. My throat was so raw. I sounded like Tone Loc that morning, and it just was. It was so fun, and everyone was just so welcoming and dream come true. So
I'm very similar. Audition. I remember I read for Cuphead, Mugman, and Elder Kettle. I didn't read for the devil because I thought, oh man, that's not me. They mentioned Tim Curry type of character. But yeah, I did well on Elder Kettle. Had the callback, came back, and they asked me to sing Ain't Misbehaving. It's an old fast baller. But I had done that song in a review, in a 1930s, 20s, 30s review years before, so I actually knew it. So, which is kind of good. But singing it as Eldrick Kettle, you know, no wonder what way, yes, kind of. Yeah. So, and it felt really well. It felt better than it did just now, but it was good. And I walked out of there thinking, well, they're probably going to give it to a celebrity or a voiceover celebrity, but damn, I did it as well as I possibly could have. And things happen.
You are everything. So we just got the 10 minutes out. So we're going to move to the next question. Come on in. If you guys can keep your questions brief so everybody can get in, that'll be awesome.
Hi guys, my name is Gavin. I was gonna say I was here last year, but this is not here from last year. This is very clearly 3 times the size as last year. My question, I think it's mostly for Adam and Deke, and I wanted to say, yeah, Deke, you're right. The world is so expansive, and my question is mainly if you guys have thought of stories you wanted to do for the Delicious Last Course bosses, who would you focus on?
Oh, absolutely the ones that we did episodes for that were storyboarded, that never got produced, which was Jimmy. And was it, like, what were the, do you have a specific?
Specifically, the DLC characters.
Like which one? Salt Baker.
Yes, Salt Baker, the Moonshine Bob, Glumstone the Giant, yes. Then you know those characters from
like a Cowboy Cow?
Yes, yes.
There was, the real issue with some of that stuff is it's expansive, but it also can get expensive. Like specifically when you have giants and you deal with issues of scale, suddenly the show gets way more expensive. But Salt Baker is somebody who I think is equally endearing and terrifying, and I don't know why. So I think that would have been awesome to explore. I'm sure you know.
Salt Baker, yeah. I think the cheeriness, like Deke's just saying, of that character, and being a bad guy would have been really fun to figure out what the heck that character is. Make him a different kind of villain than the devil would have been fun.
Thank you. Also loving the doodles, Adam.
Thank you.
Hi there. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Isla, and my question was, how did you guys choose for the last episode to go down to Chalice and the Devil doing a tap dance?
I think, yeah, I mean, we knew we wanted it to be that, because Cuphead, really at the beginning of the series, is kind of selfish, so we wanted him to kind of put himself on the line for somebody else at the end, and we like that symmetry. Also, as the series unfolds, the Devil is very sort of theatrical and musical, and so is Chalice, so it seemed like a really good opportunity to explore that side of him.
Right, and we had in that finale with the dance sequence, there's a song called Sing 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 that we use as like a bass track, just like a temporary recording. And just something with a big band, it just seemed like the perfect thing for Ego to do to like wrap up the series. Like having a tap dance duel and like having Hell rise up, just the perfect climactic endings that we haven't gotten to do.
Also, that episode started with something really horrifying, which is when Chalice turning to ash, so we needed to keep it light for the end of the episode.
Right. For recording the tap dancing part, I actually had tap dance shoes on my hands. That's actually real taps for that whole song sequence.
Thank you so much.
Trunks! Yeah. Please listen, you have bad news for us. Are there more androids?
Hi, my name is Anakin, and this isn't really a question, but I wanted to give Frank Todaro a couple of pictures.
Oh my gosh, please.
The Earth is just egg. All right, come on up.
If I didn't do that, I would have come here with an art for each of you. Hi, my name is Giantonio, but you can just call me Tony.
Do you guys want the long question or the short question?
Short question.
All right. So to each of you, what liquid do you think Cuphead and Mugman are holding in their heads?
Milk. They dip their cookies in the milk when they're at the cookie plant.
I thought it was our soul.
I think Cuphead has maybe like a protein shake in there. He's just trying to be a little fit.
That's where you want my candy, so.
Thank you very much.
For months, how many times Cuphead say to you, double down?
Oh my gosh, like so many I can't even count them. It's been like a constant burning, like flames at the side of my face. I'm befuddled a lot.
Can I ask you another question?
Oh, sure.
For each of you, what bus of Cuphead do you like to be in an episode of the Cuphead show? For like a gag or for his own episode?
What was that?
What boss would you want? What boss?
For boss of Cuphead, for like this is like Rand or like the director, Billy the Great.
What was that big robot? That was like a big
Oh yeah.
Dr. Cal's robot.
Which one do we want?
That,
Yeah, that'd be good. That would have been.
And Hilda.
I'll take him to the lake and drown him and he'll be all rusty.
Weren't there some cocktail characters?
Tipsy Troop.
There's alcohol and guns. Not really.
I think you're all right.
well, thank you.
Thank you.
I have 3 questions that are all related though.
Can we turn them into one question so they don't take me outside and beat me?
Okay.
Awesome, thanks, buddy.
I'll go with the one I wanted to see the most. Well, who survived, the bear or baby bottle?
This is the one time the bear doesn't survive, I'm assuming.
Yeah, baby bottle survived.
That was a quick question. I'll give you your second one if you can make the second one quick, dude.
Okay, what happened to the lady they gave baby bottle to?
She's kind of my neighbor, so
Thank you. Let's just say if you see Baby Bottle and a bear and you hear somebody screaming, help the bear.
All right, come on up. How are you?
Hi, my name is Wesley, and I wonder, I can't speak.
It's okay.
Don't worry, neither can I.
Take a breath. Take a deep breath. You're good.
The same thing happens to me.
Do you want to come up here and ask it so you don't have to be on the microphone? That's cool.
If Cuphead and Mugman's liquids were switched, like the stuff inside them, if they were switched, would their personalities be different?
That is all.
Maybe we don't do that. Maybe we go back home, you know, and worry about it. Maybe we play it safe. Oh, you like the way they told us they play it safe? Double down!
Hi, I'm Susie. I'm a big fan of the game myself. My question is, what would have Wonderland-based story in the Cuphead show go as an episode?
I just know Mugman wears the dress, right?
Yeah, just want to dress.
One of the fans is an artist.
One of them?
Perry?
Oh, yeah.
Perry, she did this beautiful rendering of the Mad Hatter's party with Elder Kettle as the Mad Hatter. The Cheshire Cat was the devil. Cuphead and Mugman were, you guys, what were you? Something like that, yeah. And then there was a chalice in there, didn't have a face, and all kinds of cups and mugs and kettles in this fantastic.
It was a tea party.
Yeah, it was a tea party. And I have a copy of it, and it's really
Awesome.
Mugman's definitely the rabbit.
Oh,
The white rabbit that Alice finds.
He's always got the clock over.
Your clock's stuck on daylight savings time. You're an hour early.
I'm gonna drive about 2 hours left.
I gotta go.
Thank you.
First of all, I see you there, Prime Minister Chudelkin.
Oh my gosh.
Definitely not kid friendly.
Cuphead, Mugman, and Elder Kettle, what are each of your biggest pet peeves? Like the thing that makes you angriest the most?
Taking the mic. No. For me, probably just, the cookies, taking the cookies, wanting the cookies, and, I can't think of anything else right now.
My biggest pet peeve, as we were saying before, is constantly having to make sure that we're alive when I just want to have fun. And then when I get there, being crippled with anxiety.
I'm surprised it wasn't the ice cream man.
Oh, yes, that's kind of part of the anxiety.
My biggest pet peeve is people who don't use their turn signals. You gotta go!
All right, next question.
Hi, my name is John Gallagher. I've been here in last panel. I was wondering, Mugman, why do you hate Bull Boy? Or, perhaps I'm missing something, but why exactly do you hate Bull Boy?
What is there not to hate?
Do I even need to justify the hate of Bone Boy when it's so very, very obvious?
That's the end of the hints.
Awesome, thank you. Come on, guys.
So last year I actually met Frank and I took some pictures with him, and I gave him my impression of Mugman, and he told me that it was really good. And so you can tell me if it's good. True. So it's first banana oil, and then nah, I ain't too worried about it. And then I double down.
The last two, pretty good. Pretty good. First one, great.
How's it going?
Hi. My name's Monroe. I've been to like several different ones today. This is the only one I've actually been able to talk to. My question is, what is your advice? I want to get into voice acting. That's my dream. I can do a lot of different accents and things like that. What is your advice to me to how to get better, or anybody in general?
Well, while they think of something, I'm not a voice actor, but I'll tell you, you get hired as the head writer, and you can do a voice. Artist did the voice of Ferris Bon. Yeah, just get yourself on a show, get yourself around people that are supportive, and make your talents known, and just create that energy. Even if you can't, you don't necessarily have to hit the pavement and audition. There's other ways to kind of show people what you can do.
That's a big part of what I was going to say. Sometimes you just got to do your own stuff and put it out to the universe. You got to love it.
you're really gonna love it, because if you love it, you're gonna wanna work at it, and when you work at it, you're gonna get better and better, and just like any kind of maintaining your prowess or working out, it is a tool that you will just constantly be improving yourself. So love is a huge part of it. And also just be a good person, which I don't need to say, but it's so important.
But take a workshop if you can, if you have one there. Any kind of voice acting workshop, and you'll learn a lot. You'll learn a lot about mic techniques, and it's, and just do that, and just start doing voices. I have voices in my head that I do, but that's usually at night. What's that?
But I would say, just like from a standpoint of like having exposure, is like, put it on the internet. The voices that you can do, put it out there. Put it on TikTok. Put it on YouTube. Have something that's tangible that people can see and find, to look you up and like see certain things, and like from there, I think you have, a little bit of the door cracked open in your foot in there, if you're able to do something like that. So.
Thank you so much.
Be like Wally West and make it fast. Yeah, come on.
Okay, my name is Tommy, and I was for Cuphead, Mudman, and Ellery. For the baby bottle, is it cute or evil?
It's evil! He's so cute.
He beat the hell out of me, I'll tell you that.
Thank you so much. All right, come on up. I've been informed that this is the last question, but real quickly, if you can make it fast, Ego has a question for all of you, so come on up, sir.
Hi, my name is Tommy.
Hi, Tommy.
What was your favorite episode that you guys did?
I loved doing The Devil's Christmas. Anything with the devil. We got the main cast all together. It was my favorite. Devil's Christmas.
So for me, it's going to be the Haymays.
Oh, yeah.
With all the teams.
Well, for me, it was Dirt Nap, just because I was featured on that, and I got to scream loud. And that was a lot of fun. That was just really, that's my
Favorite to watch, Devil Christmas. Favorite to be in, Ice Cream Man. I don't think I've related to something that I've been in ever more than that.
My favorite episode was probably all of the episodes.
Unfortunately, I told you they're going to take me out and beat me. But how quick can you make this? Fast.
Do you think Cuphead can survive an universe exploding?
Yes.
I gotta tell you a quick story. So back when I think we were at the Annie Awards, I got to talk to the Moldenhauers, and I pitched an idea to them. So just keep this between us. I said, what would you think if we were able to do like a Cuphead show live thing, where I would assemble like a big band orchestra, maybe not too big, like 12 or 15 piece, perform the songs and some of the best score elements, with synchronized video and all that, and they were like, that sounds amazing, Let us know what you think, or like if you want to develop the idea. Anyway, things moved on and the show ended, and I moved on to other projects, and I didn't think about it much. But I'm curious, if we were to put together something like that, would you guys be interested?
Yeah.
Guys, thank you
you so much for being here. I realized I didn't introduce myself at the beginning because I was so excited to be here. I'm TJ Shevlin. I have 2 more panels. Come and see me. I don't have to pay you, but if you need, come and see me. Guys, this was awesome. Let's thank the Cuphead cast and crew.
Bring it back! Bring it back! Bring it back!